front-page story, this time about Julia's death since you knew her. If I were an acquaintance of yours, I'd start getting nervous. Ah, yes, the Carters, or should I say, the odd couple. I wouldn't have called you prime suspects for these murders. Paul, you seem too meek, Mary Jane too genteel, but you never know. Then again, there's Deborah Mason. You seem like you might well kill someone with the same lack of emotion you'd kill a work order. Not this time, though, apparently. That leaves the Jefferson household itself. One of you has probably killed twice. Maybe, could you have killed your ex-husband? Could you have killed your husband and his ex-wife? I doubt it, but I've been wrong before, at least once. Selena, you're a distinct possibility, sweetie. Sam, you're a bad boy, seducing innocent young girls and getting into some shady deals with tough customers. Just what are you hiding, Sam? Ah, yes, the servants. Helpful Bonnie. I hate to think you're so hung up on Sam you'd kill for him, but stranger things have happened. Chenoweth, you risked your life to protect Sam at the warehouse. Just how far are you willing to go for this family? Mr. Fields, you introduced Julia this morning. I'd be surprised if you didn't hang around close by, waiting to throw her out if she upset Miss Mamie. What a trio, and they say good help is hard to find. Al, I think working together on this case is the best thing that could have happened to us. If I can prove to you that I'm a professional detective who knows how to take care of herself, maybe you won't worry about me as much, and maybe, well, as you say, later. An interesting collection, but you're not much help. Wait, that one shot. Sam, that's why your stare that night bothered me, why you made me so uncomfortable. Now I know what you were doing at that warehouse, and why you might have been desperate enough to kill for money. But if Bonnie hadn't tipped me off about the meeting, something's not right here. I wonder, Al needs to know about this.
Yeah, this is an important case. I don't want to blow it.
Don't worry, Al. I think solving this crime is going to get you a promotion.
Let's not count our chickens before they hatch, Joe.
Right. First we've got to nab the rotten egg. Sorry, bad joke. Or should I say, bad yolk. Sorry. Now you know why I never followed my dream of becoming a stand-up comic.
It's a good thing. You'd fall flat on your face. Seriously, Joey, I've been thinking, and, well, you're a really good detective. Without you, I never would have solved this case, whether we can prove it or not. I think you found the career that you're best suited for.
Thanks, Al. That means a lot.
I'm going to have to start paying you compliments more often.
Fine, Wendy. Well, we'd better get going.
Yeah. Joey, I don't know what's going to happen tonight, so...
I know. Be careful. You too.
You got it. Ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
get on with it. Especially if it's about the murders. They've put the paper to bed, but if you give me an exclusive, I can still get the story in before it's printed.
Suppose I arrest the person who murdered both Wentworth and Julia Jefferson. Would that be a big enough scoop for you?
That'd be a hell of a scoop if you can pull it off.
Why would it? Who is it, Lieutenant?
Why, one of you, of course.
Why are we suspects, Lieutenant Reynolds? I mean, Paul and I. You made it very clear why you thought one of us might have murdered Wentworth. But why would either of us murder Julia? You apparently believe the same person is responsible for both deaths.
The same question holds true for me as well.
And I, if you still consider me a suspect too.
You're still on the list, Miss Phillips. I'll explain why. This morning, Julia Jefferson attempted to blackmail the current Mrs. Jefferson. She implied she might have seen the murderer take his or her weapon from the rock garden.
How do you know that?
I overheard their conversation and told Joey all about it.
But doesn't that suggest Julia Jefferson thought Mamie Jefferson killed him?
So it seemed, until I found this next to Julia Jefferson's telephone.
What is that?
It's a list of phone numbers. It didn't take long to figure out who they belong to. Your number at Tektronix, Miss Mason. Yours is also there, Mr. Carter. Your number at the newspaper, Miss Phillips, and your home phone number, Miss Carter. After I found this, it didn't take long to figure out what Julia was up to. I thought, what if she had passed out, just as she had said when I questioned her? What if she hadn't seen anyone else outside that night, but wanted to make the murderer believe she had? If that were the case, she would contact all of you, not just Mamie Jefferson, and feed you all the same line about seeing you near the rock garden, or at least implying she had. None of you came forward after today and informed me that she had died, and informed me that she had contacted you. But why would you? Even if you're innocent, why would you give the police yet another reason to suspect you of yet another murder? She contacted all of you, didn't she? And threatened to expose you as a murderer if you didn't pay her off?
That's brilliant, Lieutenant. Yes, Julia called me. I admit it, I don't have anything to hide. I laughed in her face and hung up.
She called me too. I just assumed she had poured herself too much bourbon and not enough range water.
I got a call.
And I.
Julia's scattershot approach worked. By contacting all of you, she frightened the murderer, though not to get her to pay her, but to slay her.
And so that's why we're all still on your suspect list, I assume.
You assume correctly.
I'm so glad. Oh, that sounds rude, doesn't it?
Yes, Miss Mamie, let the chips fall where they may.
We're serving potato chips? I didn't get any.
Yet with all these suspects, you think you know who the murderer is.
With Joey's help, I believe so, yes.
But how can you be certain?
Well, to begin with, we're certain you're desperate for your stepfather's money, Mr. Kane. And we know why.
I told you, it was a business deal.
Just save it, okay? You're in big trouble. And Joey figured out the reason why. Joey?
Right. As you now know, Mr. Jefferson suspected one of you was trying to kill him, and he hired me to find out who. He gave me a hidden camera to wear to the party. These are the shots I took.
You caught my bad side.
Your front?
Is that me? I did test photographs. They say the camera puts 10 pounds on you.
That's TV.
Oh, hush up. Are they supposed to prove something? Give me a minute.
So you took our pictures? So what? If these are supposed to be evidence of a crime.
I'm not surprised you didn't notice something different about one of them. Neither did I the first time I saw them. But when I examined them again, I noticed something. I realized why your stare bothered me, Sam, why you made me so uncomfortable. It's your eyes. Your pupils, to be more specific. Look at them. They're dilated. What caused them to do that, Sam? Cocaine! That and the prescription drug that disappeared from your mother's purse, as I recall. Just how bad is your habit, Sam? How deeply in debt are you with your pusher? That was him at the warehouse, wasn't it, with some of his friends?
Oh my, Sam! Mother, Yes. You think you're so clever. Just because Sam is in debt doesn't mean he killed Wentworth for the money.
It makes an excellent motive. When those guys can't collect, they take it out of your hide.
Oh, Sam, why didn't you tell me? I could have sold my jewelry.
There's no need, Miss Jefferson. Paul can help you get the money. Those documents you signed gave Paul the power of attorney to manage the company's income totally, even though his fortune and yours are tied up legally. Paul can advance you some money against future stock earnings. Can't you, Paul?
Yeah, I think that can be arranged.
That's what I suspected. Thank you for confirming that for us, Miss Mason. When I called your office to ask you about it, Mr. Carter, your secretary said you were out, that you'd be gone all afternoon. Where were you?
Well, I don't see what business that is of yours.
Then let's make it official police business, Mr. Carter. I want to hear your alibi for the time of Julia Jefferson's murder, from 1 p.m. until 4 p.m.
Have y'all lost your minds?
What? You think, why would I want to kill Julia Jefferson?
Because she bluffed you into believing she had seen you right before you murdered your employer.
Prove it.
We think we can. I remember that Mr. Wentworth told me that he was planning to perform an audit at the company soon. How well would your books balance, Mr. Carter? I assume as senior executive you had access to a lot of funds. Miss Mason just implied you do.
Mr. Jefferson trusted Paul to oversee millions.
Shut up.
Paul!
You shut up too.
There's only one way to know for certain. Mother, first thing tomorrow we'll contact our lawyer and order an audit of the company, immediately. If you say so, dear.
I should have brought a legal pad.
Thank you, Miss Carter. I was going to request that you did that. You'd better tell us now if we'll find what I think we will, Mr. Carter. Evidence that you've been embezzling funds from Tektronix. It's a serious crime. You wouldn't be the first person to commit a murder to cover it up.
I was desperate. I incurred some debts that I couldn't pay, and I knew that if I didn't get my hands on some cash quick, I'd lose everything.
You didn't tell me.
Why bother? You never listen to anything I say anyway. When Wentworth told me he was going to order an audit because he thought we were having some trouble, I knew that I wouldn't be able to. I knew that I had to get some money so I could cover it up. But then I knew that I wouldn't be able to juggle the books enough to hide it. So
you killed him.
yes. See what I would put up with all the time. If she so much as breaks a fingernail, she bursts into tears or faints. It's enough to drive you crazy.
I can't help it. Mary Jane, that's every right to be emotional. It's not every day you find out your husband is a cold-blooded killer.
Well, you know, there's one advantage to being a killer. If you did it once, it's easy to do it again. Don't try, detective. You wouldn't want one of these nice people here to be hurt in a crossfire now, would you?
No.
Good. Now take out your gun. Slowly. I assume you also have one, Miss Reynolds?
Yes.
Let's have it. Bonnie, get their guns.
Do
it!
How could you, Paul? If my father were alive, he'd horsewhip you.
Oh, go whistle, Dixie. Bring him here. You're coming with me. You stay out of this!
I never leave home without a spare. Don't make a move, Buster.
It's over, Carter.
That's what you think.
He's still armed.
I know.
Are you all right? support Miss Sims' lavish lifestyle. We checked his recent credit card purchases, furs, jewels. He didn't buy those for you, Mary Jane, did he?
He most certainly did not, that two-timing skunk.
It must have really stuck in your craw to have to show up to work every day in your plain little maid's uniform. But you did what Paul told you to do. He had to murder his boss, and he needed someone else to pin the blame on. I suspect it didn't take long for you to get close to Sam here and find out about his drug problem and his need for money to pay off his pusher. I'm sure that news thrilled Paul. He had found the perfect patsy. If anything happened to Mr. Jefferson, his stepson would be the most likely suspect. How am I doing so far, Bonnie?
You mean she?
Yes, Sam. A pretty young girl seduced you for a change. Once they had pegged you as their stooge, that's when the accident started. Traps set by the seemingly innocent maid. They began shortly after that she came to work here, didn't they, Mr. Fields?
Yeah, who would have thought the girl was responsible?
Nobody, till now.
How did you figure out Bonnie was involved in the crime?
Since Mr. Jefferson's accidents occurred at home, it was obvious Paul had an accomplice inside the household. The question was, who? It bothered me that Bonnie tipped me off about Sam's need for $50,000 by midnight. That piece of information led us to the warehouse where the drug dealers roughed him up. It set Sam up as our prime suspect. If Bonnie was truly in love with Sam, why would she tell me how desperate he was for money? She also repeated to me Julia's threat, which Sam could have overheard. Once Al and I started to put the pieces of the puzzle together, it was obvious she was trying to divert suspicion from Paul.
You're guessing. You can't prove anything.
Oh, I think we can. When I thought back to the night of the party, I remember it was you who spilled the drink on Mary Jane's dress. When she left the party to dry it off, that freed up Paul to murder his employer. And while he was busy doing that, you lured Sam out to the greenhouse and then abandoned him there with no alibi for the time period. Sam told Al that he abandoned you, but that was just his ego talking. Your story was the real one. You really deserted him, right?
Yeah.
You and Paul planned everything perfectly, and it nearly worked.
Until Julia came and threatened to ruin everything.
Exactly.
How did you know it wasn't me who killed them?
I hate to hurt your feelings, Sam, but you don't have the guts to commit murder. To be brutally honest, you're a wimp.
Yes, he is. Sam is very wimpy. Thanks, Mother. You're welcome, son.
Well, look at it this way, Bonnie. I'll bet your experience as a maid will come in handy. I'm sure that there's lots of chores for you to do at the Women's State Prison.
I'll kill you!
Calm down, honey bunch. Don't make me break your arm.
I see you got body. Any problems?
None whatsoever. You?
Not a bit. I fired one shot in the air, and old Paul here nearly threw his arms out of his sockets, raising his hands to surrender.
While you were busy doing that, Bonnie sang like a bird. She said Paul planned the whole thing.
What? She's as guilty as sin. Killing Wentworth was her idea as much as mine.
You idiot! I didn't tell them anything.
You didn't?
I lied, but thank you for confirming our suspicions.
That's entrapment. Cops can't lie to get a confession.
That's true, but sweetie, I'm not a cop.
The police will be here shortly.
I ordered a squad car.
Good thinking. Do you want to cuff her, or shall I?
Let me do the honors. You get to cuff bad guys all the time.
I'll take these two out to the hall. So you can sit down with the
Paul,
What?
I intend to slap you with divorce papers, but first I intend to just slap you.
Okay.
Excuse my lack of manners, everyone. Maybe, can I borrow a telephone? I need to call my lawyer. When I get my hands on Paul, he's gonna think the Civil War was a picnic on the lawn.
Of course. Use any of them.
Thanks a bunch. If y'all will excuse me.
I have a call to make as well. With Paul in jail for murder, someone else locked the head
papers to put yourself in charge, Deborah. You should have had the job to begin with. Look, I know I've knocked your efficiency before, but
We understand each other, Miss Kane. Miss Reynolds, you're a remarkable woman. I assure you I don't have a stud milk stashed away in some penthouse.
I believe you.
There! If anyone needs a phone, I do. This story could win me the Pulitzer.
help yourself, Felicia.
Best of all, I'm going to get to do what every reporter dreams of.
What's that?
Yell, stop the presses!
This has been one most unusual evening.
Oh, don't get too overexcited, Miss Mamie. I'll make you a nice pot of tea to relax you. And maybe some of your favorite cookies.
I like that. Big Newtons. We'll take care of it. You two are so kind. I am so grateful.
You just sit quietly. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Speaking of gratitude, I don't know how we can repay you, Joey.
Don't worry. Mr. Jefferson wrote me a healthy check from Nard.
However much it was, it's nothing compared to the bonus check we're going to write you. Sam has been convicted of Wentworth's murder. Don't even say it, Selena. It scares me to think it would have happened. Thank you, Joey. I'm sorry I was such a
Jerk. You're forgiven. But you were a fool, too. I'm talking about the drug business.
My poor boy. I'll get off this stuff, Mother, I swear. I'll say you will. We're checking you into the best rehab facility money can buy. You can afford it. Whatever you say, sis.
Sounds like a good idea. For one thing, it'll keep you safe from those goons who roughed you up. I'm sure Al will be getting their names from you as soon as this case is closed.
Oh, dear. I know Sam and Selena have thank you for all you've done, and I know I don't always get things right, but I do understand what you've done for my family, and I love you for it.
Thank you. If you'll excuse me, Christine. I couldn't very well let myself get choked up in front of that little old lady, much less Sam or Selena. I mean, I'm a detective. I have a certain image to uphold. I could very well imagine Al getting choked up on the job. Speaking of Al, I'd say for our first case together, we made an awful good team. It was fun. I'm not sure how often we'll do it again in the future, but then again, who knows? After all, what is a Sherlock without Albert Watson?
for some pictures, but we do have to announce the winners. Okay. So, there were 4 people that chose Paul. Paul, take a bow. Where are you, Paul? Take a bow, Paul. I couldn't believe that there were so few that thought it was you, but we had to put those 4 into the basket. We pulled 2 because I had 2 prizes. So the winners are, I can read it, Joe O'Brien. Joe, you didn't know, did you? Okay, good. Come on up. Okay. And then Carolyn Harris. You get to choose between a dinner at La Casilla or Sarna's Classic Grill, so it's up to you. What would you like? Okay, La Casilla.
Congratulations.
Why did you think it was Paul? Ooh.
He knows what shows you pick.
And there's yours. Why did you think it was Paul? Okay, all right, cool. Well, there was only 4 of you, and my sister-in-law, there was one of them too, but I had to, we just kind of did it randomly, but my sister-in-law also thought, so good for you, Nance. I want to say, before you take some pictures of these kids, that's a lot of dialogue. Wasn't that incredible? For 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Lily came in my office and picked this play out. I let her go ahead and do it, and she promised me that if she played this part that she would learn it, and she certainly did, didn't she? But truly, each one of these characters I thought was absolutely phenomenal. They came into their characters so well. Not one was not, I mean, I knew the story like crazy. I mean, I was back there laughing my head off and enjoying each one of you portraying your characters. They were all fabulous. So this was a great opportunity to take some photographs. Thanks for coming, everybody. And you guys make sure you take everything, all your costumes and stuff down the stairs when you get to eat. Okay, picture time.